Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Happy Monday. Happy new moon. Happy new moon in
Yes.
Virgo, to be exact.
Yeah.
Nancy and I hope you had a wonderful weekend as always. And it's September and fall starting to get cooler. Leaves are starting to change. And Nancy did a beautiful little fairy garden I got to see this morning and pictures.
Ah.
So,
Oh, I
how
was gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse
No,
me.
I was gonna say, how was your day and how was your
Well,
weekend?
my weekend was wonderful because the grandchildren came to visit and we celebrated their birthdays and we had the best time.
That is wonderful.
So,
And
yeah.
if everybody can, after the show, leave a comment. Make sure you're subscribed to Nancy and myself if you're so inclined, especially if you're watching replay and you're new. I met a couple new people when I did YouTube Live last week. So that's always nice to see new faces in chat. And it's very interesting that we are so quiet today in chat. Oh, there's another show popping up too. Okay. Well,
Oh,
we'll have to have some stragglers coming in, but that's okay. We can
yes.
we
Yes.
can share, of course. Our community is big and beautiful. So maybe Nancy and I can chill for a little bit. And oh, there's Julie. So we wanted to start talking, but wait till enough people came into chat. So hi, Julie. How are you, my dear? Um, so Nancy had a wonderful weekend with the grandkids and that fairy garden, Nancy. So pretty.
I have to get some more little twinkle lights because I like to sit out there at night and have the lights on it, and it makes me happy.
Yeah, the little things that make us happy.
Yeah.
So,
I am going to turn off my camera for a minute. I'm going to get up and get something. I'll be right back, okay?
okay. So fabulous to hear. Yes, she sent me pictures and she's got the cutest fairy door in this garden. I just absolutely loved it. So, and I have heard that notifications have been taking some time to drop as well. So that could be it too. So it is. I'm waiting for Miss Nancy. So Julie, I hope you had a wonderful day. Had a wonderful weekend. Again, the weather's been just beautiful here. Rain and then the sun comes out and the cooler temps. So I am really just starting to get into my zone with the this time of year. And there's a girl also on YouTube called Alwyn the was it Alwyn the Oak, and she does these amazing videos and she's celebrating Maybon. And hello, Keith. Keith is here. I got to meet Keith last week. Hello, Keith. And Pam is here. So yay, we got peeps popping in. Yes, it's
Well, I was.
Equinox weekend.
Do
Yes.
you remember when we did that thing about? Oh, I watched a movie. Um, it's called The 13th Man or The 13th Warrior. Antonio Banderas is in it, and they are looking at going through this village. There's been a lot of war and stuff. It's way back when, and the goddess. What was her name of Willendorf?
Venus of Willendorf. They were attaching the word Venus to all
Well,
the
they
little
had they
goddesses.
had they had one. They found one of those on the ground, made out of the stone. And I just wanted to show you my rendition that I did.
Oh, you
This is
crafted your own.
this is her back,
Oh, she's
and this is
wonderful.
her front.
Wow, those are some big knockers.
Yes, she does. She has very big knockers, and I made her anatomically correct, but her belly is so big you can't see. So that's a good thing.
Wow, that's awesome, Nancy.
But anyhow, I just wanted to show
Maybe
you
because
that.
I mentioned knockers, who knows? Maybe Miss Tarot deal. And she
Yeah,
goes,
yeah,
knockers, let me see those.
this is true. This is true. You know.
Julie absolutely loves it.
Well,
And
you know what? I ordered this clay on Amazon. I think it was $7 for a pound, and I had more fun, you know, doing it.
hmm
I mean,
I made one too, but I put it outside because it wasn't fire kiln. It ended up melting, but she became a part of the, back to
Hmm.
the earth. So,
But I like to do things like that.
and Pam says, "Killing it, girl, nailed it." So today
Excuse me.
is the new moon, dark moon, um, and it's in Virgo today. And there was a little bit of blurb I wanted to share about that because our question for today and our topic is surrounds or revolves around the aspect of new moon, dark goddess, dark moon, and this says here the Virgo, and I'm getting this from. Let me share the website. It's Emily Stanley Allard. Virgo new moon on September 14th is about unlocking the cosmic productivity upgrade. And wait a minute, what's this here, Keith? I saw like the statue and the witch of something. Oh, the witches of Eastwick. That might be what you're referring
Hmm.
to. So here it says that the Virgo moon on the 14th is no. Oh, this was yesterday. Excuse me. Some say it was yesterday. Some say it was today. But the new moon Virgo new moon on September 14th is no ordinary refresh. Virgo is the zodiac's meticulous editor, catching the typos in your life, tidying your messy desk, and reminding you, lovingly of course, to hydrate. This lunation feels like a sacred invitation to refine your routines, sweep away the clutter, and build systems that actually last. And let's see, there was a saying. So, unlike fiery lunations that shout, go big or go home, Virgo whispers, and I love this, everybody, magic lives in the details. So, whatever the details in your life that's most precious to you, that's where the magic lives. This new moon is about slow, deliberate progress, the kind that makes tomorrow smoother than today. Virgo's earthly wisdom urges you to declutter your mental and physical space, align your daily grind with your bigger purpose, break down overwhelming goals into manageable steps, and commit to consistency, not perfection. Think of it as cosmic spring cleaning in September, with Virgo insisting you color code the bins. And it goes on, but I wanted to share that bit. So,
I love that magic lives in details. I love that.
hmm
I had to write that down, Heather.
and let's see, the witch in the movie sank energy in her statues. I That was a movie I saw a long, long time ago, but I don't really care for Nicholson and stuff. And of course, Hollywood loves to take, you know, what's that one word where they can just, go ahead and do whatever they think of, with of course with witches and everything and magic and whatnot. So liberations or something like that. Anyway, so but they got him at the end.
Hmm.
So, and let's see, Julie says, right on target, just rearranged my room and cleaned my desk in the middle of clearing the innards out with a colonoscopy. Oh, well, hey, time to cleanse and purge
Yeah,
everything.
that'll you talk about purging. Now that'll do it.
Yes. And Pam said, my moon app still has 35% illumination today, and new moon is this Sunday. Oh, that's weird.
Let me look and see on mine. I have the Moon Plus.
Because I looked a couple of days ago and it told me it was going to be on today, but then this article saying, I got rid of the article, so that's gone.
Mine says new moon in 5 days, 22 hours.
So did I jump a? Wait a minute. So it's going to be right here after Maven? Well, that's weird.
It says
Well,
moon is
Heather must want a new moon really bad.
34.0635% full and it's down. The moon is
Well, let's just
down.
say then we're preparing for, you
Sure,
know,
sure.
sure, why not? Oh my goodness.
I mean,
So we decided to look at new, dark moon goddesses, or what would be considered new moon, dark moon goddesses. And Julie's right, letting
well,
go.
it
And
will
so,
help with our preparation. Yeah.
yes. And so Nancy's going to start it off for us. Who did
Well,
you
I
want to talk about?
well, I was, Heather told me who she was going to talk about, somebody that I had never heard of before. So I'm looking forward to what she has to say. But I was thinking about dark goddesses, dark moon goddesses. And, so often dark goddesses can appear to be frightening. They, they, you want to get maybe not too close. And so I chose the goddess Hecate. Now, I am not a devotee of hers, but in reading this, I am very impressed with her. I got my information from the Dark Goddess Tarot guidebook, and I'm going to read it to you because there's a lot of information, and I will get it all messed up if I try and do it just on the cuff. Hecate is a mystery goddess, a titan one of old, gods from before the Olympians came to the land of Greece. So she's an ancient goddess. She may be the only one who survived the war between the gods with her powers intact. In Latin, she is named Hecate Trivia, Latin for three roads, because she retains her powers in the three realms: heaven, earth, and the underworld. She walks all the roads and knows all the ways. She is the goddess of the crossroads, for where the roads cross, there is blood and power. There are ghosts and opportunity. In Greek, she is called Phosphorus, the light bringer, and Nyctipolis, the night wanderer. She opens the passage. She illuminates the path. Hecate is a psychopomp, a guide or conductor of souls. She can guide one between the worlds. Hecate, along with Demeter and Persephone, is one of the goddesses of the Eleusinian mysteries, ancient rites of life, death, and resurrection. A resurrection of seasons, of land, and cycles of the soul. Now, this is what I thought was this next part. I thought was really, precious when you think about it. When Demeter is frantically searching for her missing daughter, Hecate speaks up to let her know what happened.
Hey, Kristen.
Hecate speaks up to let her know, what happened. Her flaming torches guide the mother through the night. When Persephone is released from the underworld, Hecate lights her way home. And when Persephone returns to rule the land of the dead, Hecate goes as her minister and companion. For some, Hecate's familiarity with the underworld has cast a shroud of fear upon the one who wanders dark ways, accompanied by the hounds of Hades. Some name her Queen of Ghosts and Mother of Monsters. The wise know she is called Goddess of Witches because she walks that walk, the spirits walk between worlds. Hecate's mysterious nature and her ability to traverse realms symbolize her connection with the depths of human consciousness and the unknown. She represents the liminal spaces where transformation and hidden knowledge can be accessed. As the goddess of magic and crossroads, she guides us through the depths of our own subconscious. Within the darkness lie profound revelations, hidden strengths, and the potential for profound growth. Her presence reminds us to tap into our intuition and explore our innate mystical insights, as they will guide us through the darkness and help uncover hidden knowledge. And I thought that was pretty powerful. And I love how she is called, in Greek, she is called the goddess Phosphorus.
Phosphorus.
Yeah.
The light that shimmers, that guides.
Yeah. And then I have a prayer that I found of Hecate prayer for protection to you and your animals. And it says, Hecate, I ask for your energy. May you be by my side, Queen of Witches, attend to one of your daughters. You, goddess of the crossroads, guide me through the crossroads of my life. With your torch, light my path to you and your wisdom. With your key, open my paths to my highest good. Extend your protection to my animals. Cover them with your cloak. Free them from any suffering. In your blessed hands, may they feed and become stronger. Your energy, dear goddess, is always with me, strengthening me in vulnerable moments. Remove from my life those for whom my downfall would be their victory. I am grateful to you. I promise to honor you, divine goddess Hecate, until the end of my life. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And I thought that was
Wow.
beautiful for
Mm-hmm.
anyone who, is drawn to Hecate.
Very nice. And I'm not Julie, Kristen has joined us. So good to see
Hey,
Kristen Louise
Kristen.
here. So for me, I picked Nephthys or Nephthys, and she is one of the original five gods of ancient Egypt. Um, she was born of the union of Geb, which represents the earth, and Nut or Nut of the sky. So she was the mother after the creation of the world. She was the fourth born after Osiris, Isis, and Set, and was the older sister of Horus. And so, as one of the earliest goddesses of Egypt, she was a member of the Need of Heliopolis, a tribunal of 9 deities of immense power. Her cult centers were Heliopolis, Senu, Habet, Permet, Re Nefret, Re Nefert, and Het Sakam. Contrary to some scholars' assertion that she was never widely worshipped in Egypt, temples to Nephthys have been found and are quite common, and she was considered an extremely important goddess from the pre-dynastic period from 6000 to 3150 BCE through the Ptolemaic dynasty, which was 323 to 30 BCE, and the last dynasty to rule Egypt before it became the province of Rome. So Nephthys is actually the Latin version of her Egyptian name, Nebethet and Nebhet, which translates as Lady of the Temple, Enclosure, or Mistress of the House. Although they have stated in several videos that she's not considered, like when they say house, they're not referring to as like Vesta or Hatia, as the goddesses of home and hearth. When they refer to home, they mean to possibly the temple, but also to the heavens. And she's routinely pictured with the hieroglyph for house on her crown. And this Virgo says there, the house is neither an earthly home nor a temple, but linked to the heavens, as she was related to air and the ether. The enclosure may refer to the courtyard outside a temple, as she was represented by the pylons outside of temples in her role as a protective goddess. Just as the pylons and wall protected the inner temple, Nephthys protected the souls of the people. She was associated with death and decay from an early period and was regularly invoked during funeral services. Professional mourners at Egyptian funerals were known as Hawks of Nephthys, and she is one of the four goddesses, along with Isis, Selket, and Neith, whose images were found in the tomb of Tutankhamun as guardians of his canopic vessels. Let's see. She had magic skills similar to Isis, and some scholars see her as Isis's mirror image. So it's Isis being the light of the sun, kind of like a sun goddess. She was considered with the moon too, but she was of the light. And so Nephthys had the darkness, so she was the balance of Isis. And sometimes they are pictured as twin sisters. And let's see, in Heliopolis, Nephthys and Isis were represented by two virgin priestesses at festivals who recite the famous lamentations of Isis and Nephthys, at the Osiris festival. I'm going to have to find that and read that one of these days. Lamentations of Isis and let's see. No, the Lamentations is a long narrative poem recreating the moment Isis and Nephthys worked together to revive the god Osiris. And also, Nephthys was also a sister wife, and she also had relations with Osiris. And that's how Anubis was born, was through their union. Um, well, they say here she seduced Osiris. Okay. Well, we know how that all goes. Blame it on the woman, right? But it says here Nephthys became the wife of Set and is best known for the part she played in the Osiris myth, where, disguised as Isis, she seduced Osiris and provided Set with justification for the murder of his brother. She is later depicted in the myth as both betraying and then helping Isis in her efforts to restore her husband to life. And then they continue on with she is a goddess of the dead who, like her granddaughter Kebhet, provides assistance to the souls of the deceased. She was so helpful to those in the afterlife that one of her titles was Friend of the Dead. And she was also thought to bring news of the deceased back to their relatives on earth and comfort them in time of mourning. Her symbols are the hawk and the temple and the sycamore tree, one of the more popular trees depicted in inscriptions from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. She is the mother of the death god Anubis and was associated with the setting sun, twilight, and darkness. And Nancy and I were just talking about twilight and how magical it was. I got to experience some of that last night here when I went outside. Prayers were offered to Nephthys at twilight for protection and also to aid her as she struggled with her husband Set to defend the boat of Ra from the serpent Apophis, as it made its journey through the realms of the night. And then it goes on and on. But if you want to read more, this is a wonderful site. It's called worldhistory.org. And I see we have some comments, so let's get right to them. Christine, not Christine. I keep calling you Christine, Kristen. I think Kakate was nudging me at one point, but I didn't respond to it and she disappeared. Maybe at a later, just like Nancy said, maybe in the future she will revisit. And see, Kristen said, perhaps maybe with Freya and Lilith, she will complete a triune goddess experience for me. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that would be beautiful, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. And, other, dark goddesses and stuff of the new moon, of course, is the Morrigan. We've talked about Lilith. We have, Santa Muerte, I would assume would be considered a goddess of the new moon, of darkness. And I'm not sure, because I'm not very super familiar with a lot of the Greek or Roman. So I know Rhiannon is sometimes associated with death, and sometimes the dark moon, because her
Baba
birds.
Yaga.
Baba Yaga, you were going to. So maybe next new moon we can talk about Baba Yaga in more detail. That would be wonderful. So Kristen, who would be considered a dark moon goddess? And it's interesting. Does necessarily being do you necessarily need to? Does a goddess Let me rephrase. Is it necessary for a goddess, a deity, because some people prefer deity over god or goddess title, or ascended master, or spirit guide that's feminine? Do they need to be associated with death and the underworld to be a dark moon or new moon goddess? So I just thought I would put that out there. And she said Lilith. But in the Norse, what would be in the Norse pagan? Would that be maybe Odin, because he hung on the tree and he sacrificed himself? I'm not sure. I need to, study more. But right now the Morgan's got my attention these days, so I'm learning a lot about her. But yeah, that is what Nancy and I had brought. And again, we always, welcome comments and chat and conversation. And I know that Julie, who do you, associate goddess or deity or archetype or ascended master do you associate with the new moon or the dark moon? And then Keith, if you're still here, I don't know if you work with any goddess energy or deity or archetype. Would be happy to hear what everybody, as long as they're comfortable sharing, because a lot of times our personal spiritual practices need to stay personal and private for our spiritual growth and for our sense of safety and spiritual well-being. And in Norse myth, the moon is masculine and associated with Mani. Okay, that's right. I forgot that you had mentioned that. Most moons are associated with the goddess, and in the Norse, it's switched. The goddess is sun, and the male is moon. That's very interesting. So,
Yes.
was there anything else you wanted to share, Nancy? Before we
No,
open the floor for readings.
I just think it's interesting. How goddesses are associated with the moon, and there's so many of them. I mean, it's like there's so many to choose from. Just to find the one that calls to you and provides what you need.
Exactly. All righty. So, we have a small group today. We have board chat. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with Nancy and I. And we're going to open up because what we considered was, today, new moon. But again, this question can pertain coming up into, if it is next weekend. I need to get a moon calendar. That's what Heather needs to get instead of relying on all this electronic stuff like I used to. And I do believe Llewellyn's new moon witches calendar isn't coming out, should be out. Their their personal book,
a lot of different. Yeah.
And let's see, Kristen also says, I have on my Google calendar a dark moon ritual to connect better with Lilith, but time and energy has been a barrier. Yep, I understand that. You got a lot going on, my dear. So Nancy and I will open up the floor. I'm going to take a sip of my cold water because, it's getting a little.
I have limeade today, and it's rather tart.
Lime. Put the lime in the coconut.
Yes.
But there's no. Nancy's not.
Oh no,
it's got a little.
Now later on, I may fill it up a little bit and add a little something to it. I was thinking just a little bit of tequila. Make me a kind of
a happy crone.
Yeah, make me a very happy
She's
crone.
Always a happy crone. Oh, a rosy cheeked.
Yeah.
Crone. So, we're opening the floor for readings, and our theme question is: what most needs decluttering in my life at this time, especially with the new moon coming up and with time for cleansing, with it becoming autumn and coming into the colder, getting ready to move into the colder months. It's a time to clear out, cleanse, and get ready for the winter season. And by decluttering with this, coming up with this new moon, that leaves space for planting something new or starting something new, letting go of the old. But like it said earlier, the magic is in the details. So, being, mindful of when we are decluttering and removing things or considering, and we're journaling or writing, finding that magic in every little thing that we do. So Julie says, what the hell? Me? Okay. Oh, so for me today,
okay, let me see. I'm gonna
got my obsidian veil of well-known women in history, and to go with it today for the tarot, I have Vixen's Ethereal tarot to go along with that, and I'm getting a hankering for another deck that I think. Actually, I'm going right for the talisman. I was going to go for the witch's oracle, but you know what? This one won out. Besides, I love the artwork. It's very cool. Alrighty. So we have Julie. Let's see. And Moira just popped in. Moira, we are going to have to do on one of our shows, the Goddess Moira. And hopefully we can figure out on a day when you can be in chat, because I think that would be cool to read about the Goddess Moira with your name being Moira. I just think that is fun. And Julie says, maybe I am missing something. Or sometimes we might know, but we need that little nudge, a little bit of a reminder. But we are still going to be pulling goddess cards. Ooh, okay. And Moira, when I see your name, I think of Schitt's Creek now too, because the character's name in the movie is Moira. And you know, Nancy, if we ever do a show on the fates, I can use my new yarn tarot, because that would be perfect.
Yes, yes. Here, let's see. I'm trying to hold on just a second. You go ahead, Heather.
I didn't mean to distract you, my dear.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Well, Moira, I saw, the Greek spinners. There is a goddess Moira. They just used the word Moira as how you spell it in one of my books, but I think that would be fabulous. All righty, Julie, coming at you. Where is my book for the Obsidian Veil? See what we can add to it. You got Rapunzel. And there she is staring longingly out. And it says, a captive of my own prison, I gaze upon the world with longing. And so right off the bat, this is about decluttering my life at this time. What is it that we can start looking at that needs decluttering so that you don't feel like a prison in your own life, or maybe in your own home, or whatever aspect we are looking at life here. So Rapunzel is about being a captive of my own prison. And let me just see if there's anything additional that jumps out at me from Vixen's book. Okay, this is, all right, boom, it just says right here, embrace the call to set clear boundaries and assert your independence. Just as Rapunzel ultimately stands up for herself and finds her own voice, you are encouraged to communicate your needs, express your feelings, and protect your personal space. So again, what do we need to declutter? People, what they say, negative thoughts, things that are in our space that's negative, that's making us feel like we are a prisoner in our own life, finding our voice and setting those boundaries. Your card from the Talisman Oracle is Elixir of Life. And let's take a look at Elixir and what stems out at the Elixir. EX, come on. No, EL. Heather can't spell today. So mortality is a reminder that life is short. Okay, so living life to its fullest. What brings you joy? What makes you live life? What is it that you need to remove and declutter so that you can get out of that prison that this card is representing, that you feel trapped in, and be able to start living life to the fullest. It does not offer immortality, but this card shows up in a ring to remind you that there are things are greater than us. Wait a minute, let me see here. Remind you that there are things that are greater than us, and by adopting this philosophy, we can become part of a whole that is of itself immortal. We both want simplicity and abundance, and seeing the pure energy connecting us can be liberating. Let's see. Our unconditional capacity for love and kindness is immeasurable and has the ability to remove all fear. So having to remove that fear. So this new moon too, appealing to the dark goddesses, the shadow. How can I remove these fears that I have that is not allowing me to live my life, that's making me feel like I have to hide my voice and live in within a prison. Boundaries does not mean that we have to set up walls around us or a prison, but it allows us to, again, by able to set those boundaries, it has to do with decluttering these things from our life, the people, the thoughts, even items that may remind us of things in the past that do not represent something that may bring us down. Some things we hold on to that have good memories, but again, having to decide, how much of this do I really still need? Are these good memories? Are these bad memories? And start working through what no longer serves you energetically too, even with material items. And it says here, acknowledging the laws of nature that govern the universe places us on the power and responsibility to create our own sense of meaning. Okay. And then your two tarot cards is, so the top card, there's a sense of justice, and then the underlying is 10 of cups. So right now, what do we need to declutter? There is still, I think I get this card often for you, something to do with justice, Julie. Having to, it's also a card of karma. Um, but there's the sense of justice that is, you're seeking the sense of justice. You're seeking this balance. And if this is what we're needing to declutter, whatever the persons that are a part of this, or thoughts that are a part of this, that is creating these thoughts of unfairness, victimhood, not being able to let go of things or people or thoughts or events or past issues, or circumstances, excuse me. Um, that balance needs to be restored. It's in the process of needing to be restored. And this could be karma as well, letting go, working on things that are your past or past lives that need to be processed and removed with this full moon. And the underlying current energy of that is the 10 of cups. It will bring that beautiful emotional balance, well-being, happiness, because then that will open for new people to come into your life, new emotions to come into your life, new experiences, better experiences, things that will bring you joy and happiness. But it's up to you to tackle those things, and that's what I have for you, my dear.
Hey.
Hey,
Um,
Beth.
what came up for you is, look at this. I love this. And it's the card of boundaries. It's Sheila Nagig.
Ooh.
And I love this. And this is what it says for you. And it does address letting go of something. Put up your boundary and only let through what benefits you. Paradoxically, a boundary gives you freedom. Clear your home from negative energy. Be proud of what you've achieved. Do not compare yourself to others. Harm none and do what you will. If you're going through a gateway event like a birthday or a life event like a birth or a marriage, ask Sheila Nagig for protection. So you need to let go of any negative energy that's around you. Just do a ritual, do a cleansing ritual in your home, and banish all the negative energy. I love the next card that I got for you because it is this is from the Sacred Hags Oracle, and it is the card of the fern forest.
Ooh, pretty.
Isn't that beautiful? And this is a message. What this deck does is grandmother speaks her wisdom to you. And this is what grandmother says to you. Sometimes, beloved, we humans have no choice but to sit back and marvel at the magic in the world. Just sit still within a forest of ferns for a few potent moments, and you'll see. It's a wonder we resist acknowledging nature's sanctity, isn't it? A single fern holds so many lessons for us. If you have ferns in your yard, you can just go out and look at a fern. Each leaf is a fractal, its leaflets mirroring the larger whole. And so, too, are we single breathing bodies within a much greater collective. We are pulsing cells within the one global heart. What can you do today to witch your world from the inside out? If you could spend just 1 hour in sacred solitude, living as you would hope the whole more than human world might live, what would you do? And so I think what you need to do is to spend some quiet time and, think about what you need to let go at this time. What is in your life that is not beautiful? What no longer serves you? Um, I have been on a major decluttering project in my home, and it's taken a long time, but I finally have it done. And I mean, I have a lot of things, but they all have a place now. They're not like in boxes, that I'm trying to get around and not fall, you know. And so I think, what you need to do is to see the beauty in your home and to see what no longer serves you, and let it be beautiful for someone else, you know. And I think that's a lesson for all of us, because I think that we all pretty much have gotten into the trap of things. And I know I have many things and I love my things, but I also know that I don't need any one of them. The most important thing is what I have inside.
Oh,
And it's true. So, we all need to look at what's inside of us and see if that's what we want to take with us. And if there's something in there that shouldn't be, get rid of it. And that's what I have.
nice. And Moira says, does it spark joy? Exactly.
That's right. That's right.
And Beth has joined us and she's requesting a reading. And I am looking for, um, Julie says, wow, resonates. And I'm looking to see if she had anything else. And Beth said, in defense of things, they are fun, but don't lose sight of what's really important. And Julie
Right.
said, thank you, Nancy. Yes, boundaries are a big lesson for me. And that
Mhm.
went along with that other card too, with Rapunzel, having to set boundaries and, and
Mhm.
not isolating oneself, being afraid to go out or being afraid of being who you are, coming out and showing people who you are, not staying behind, you know, that mask all the time. And Jeanette said, Moira, everything sparks joy, so that method didn't work for me. I mean, I didn't even need the book. It was hard for me because I had to let go of a lot of things to be
Yeah.
able to move. And it was hard trying to whittle down 30 years of artwork of, times when I have all my crystals. But I mean, it was tough. It was.
Well, you know what I did with my kitchen? I I got rid of all the dishes that I had that I didn't really, they didn't bring me joy. And I ordered some boho dishes that are really colorful,
Ooh,
and got the whole set of them and everything. And then I thought, well, what would, here I've got this straight kitchen. What would bring me joy in this kitchen? And I ordered an olive tree. And I have an olive tree on my table in my kitchen that I use. I prep food and different things, and I sit there and do my cards in the morning when I'm having my tea. And my youngest son came in, and uh, I said, "How do you like my olive tree?" And he walked around it, and I mean, it's artificial. And he says, yeah, but how's it going to pollinate? And I said, it's not real. It's artificial. So it looks really real. And my grandchildren were absolutely enchanted this week. And it
how
brings me
fun.
joy it makes me smile when I get up in the morning
Mm-hmm.
and I walk in the kitchen. And that's what it's all about.
Magic in the details.
Yes. Yes.
That's where the magic is, like in the beginning we were talking about. And Julie says, yes, I know I have lost all of my things and can do without a lot. It's so hard, Julie. My heart goes out to you because I know some of those things were just probably, so precious that for me, some of the things, you know, just ugh, yeah. But
And I
it's
love
very
I love
difficult
what
letting go.
Beth said.
Yep,
Did you read? Oh,
I'm going to bring that up. I went to my grandmother's grave today for the first time and gathered some dirt at her grave. I brought it home in a jar and cried. Dirt can spark joy. Oh my goodness, Beth. You know, make me cry 'cause I'm thinking about my grandma now.
mm,
Oh, yeah, I had wanted to go to
oh.
certain grave sites before I left New York, but I'm like, you know, I know that they're with me, you know, and that might have just, yeah, they know we love them. But Beth, that is so beautiful, especially at this time of year with it coming close to Samhain and time of honoring our ancestors. What a beautiful thing to have on an altar to honor, you know, your grandma with. That's beautiful. So we did have a request from Beth for a reading, and if anybody else, we because of what we were thought Heather thought was the new moon today. Apparently, it's next week, but we can get a head start on it. It's pretty much with it being the new moon in Virgo, and Virgo cleansing and decluttering, and getting things moving. What most needs decluttering in my life at this time. So yep, Moira, I got you. I had oh Moira. Oh, oops, I got to add you to the list. Okay. Sometimes I interchange you with Beth because they're such cool names. Aspasia sounds like a spice. I love it. Aspasia. Add a little aspasia to the sauce, you know. So okay, Moira, I have you as well. So Beth, I'm all ready for you. Um, so let me pull to the page for because you got the stick. You got sticks for your goddess, and I really wish now that I got to see the word six, I'm thinking about all the stick songs. Too much time on my hands. Let's see. Waters of transition. Whoop. Did you see that? That card just flew out of my hands. Is it because
Ah,
it starts singing sticks on me? Oh my goodness. How about lady instead? Lady. So, alrighty. Sticks. I am the embodiment of the dark and treacherous waters of transformation. So that's her in this deck. And it says here in Greek mythology, Styx is the powerful river that forms the boundary between the mortal world and the underworld. It is said that the gods themselves swore binding oaths upon its waters, making them unbreakable. Styx is associated with the journey to the afterlife, acting as a guide and protector of souls as they traverse from the realm of the living to the realm of the dead. Just like Nancy Sakate today, and with Nephthys, and her son Anubis, assisting with the transition of souls. Styx serves as a guide through the murky waters of transformation, urging you to embrace the darkness and uncertainty that accompany profound change. The story of Styx is one of endurance and resilience. Her waters are said to be dark and treacherous, um, representing challenges, obstacles one must face in life's transitions. So I'm seeing that here in the other cards. I'm looking to see Styx symbolizes the liminal space between life and death, urging you to confront the impermanence of situations, people, and lives, and the power of letting go. You are in significant transition or a pivotal moment in your life, calling for courage, resilience, and determination as you navigate through difficult emotions. Face your fears and release what no longer serves you. Um, Perfect, and that's the goddess Styx. Now I'm gonna go over to your talisman card, and you've got the good luck, and you've got a beautiful ladybug on there, and those beautiful reefs. And so for here, the good luck. This is an oracle card of positivity, of success, of because the ladybugs they migrate as well. So moving through those beautiful flowers, the sweetness of life, and it says good luck. And a lot of times it's That's just luck, but what we put into it. Everyone says, "Oh, you're just lucky," or "This was just." No, a lot of times the luck we do get lucky, but a lot of it has to do with what we put into it as well, and what we are able to weave ourselves and create and bring into our life. And with your tarot cards to go with that, Beth, um, transformation, that liminal space. And I know Beth just had a birthday. And so, and at 71, I would, assume Heather's going to make an assumption here, because I'm already doing it. I'm not going on 55, but looking at my life now, knowing that a majority of my life is now, behind me and moving forward and having to look at mortality and having to look at transitioning, not just, into the next life, but through the transitions that getting older brings. And your top card, um, that can help you. What they're saying here, the thing says what needs to be decluttered, um, is that there is a lot of nostalgia involved in what needs to let go for to help you do this transformation to move on and to continue moving forward, Beth. The Six of Cups at the top. Um, there may be a lot of memories, that nostalgia of things that we hold on to, items. Now with your grandma, that would be something that brought you nostalgia. That was your grandma with you, but other things that we hold on to, that, again, does this spark joy? But looking at your overall, like, underlying energy, things that may not be seen, or something that we're not wanting to look at. I got the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is about moving on to finding that next cup that is going to bring us that fulfillment, leaving emotions and things behind, like with the Six of Cups. So to me, these go together beautifully. It's leaving what is nostalgia that is holding you back, that's emotionally holding you back, holding on to what are the good memories, but not allowing all of them to kind of drown in that sense of nostalgia, keeping you from being able to move forward and allowing that letting go to move on, to swim. I love how it's in the like a mermaid in this card, and she's like kind of like, again, between both worlds. And so there's that space of letting go, moving forward, what you need to let go emotionally. I'm seeing something to do with nostalgia, with emotions, with the past. um, and by embracing that, that will help with the transition through these waters with sticks. And again, you get that beautiful ladybug card. It says good luck on it. So the luck is the luck. A lot of our good luck is what we create and what we work with the universe and co-creation with the universe. And that's where I'm going to stop. Hey, Jax. Whew. Sorry, Beth. I hope I didn't go on too much. I'm sorry, Nancy. It was just like
Well,
okay.
you want to read the chat first before I read, or do you?
Let me see. Beth said, "Oh, I have a voicemail from my dad, Kristen. It's very hard to hear the voice. I watched a video of his retirement party, and he spoke, and it tore me up. Oh, I'm so sorry, Beth. Um, I'm not in the mood to blubber today. Oh, jeez. Wait until you're ready. Okay. Ooh." And then we have Janet. Let's see, Beth, Heather. This is very much a reading for today's spiritual energy. Okay. Thank you, Beth. I was hoping I wasn't going on and on again too much. Let's see. Janet said, I also have my mother's voicemails, and neither of my sisters are ready. And one mom clears her voice and says, "Hello, it's me for all." She passed in 2017. What beautiful memories to have, though.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Janet, I get magic mail tomorrow. I wonder what that is, Janet. And of course, we have Jax here, Jacqueline, Mangled Unicorn. And I think, oh, not at all. Okay. All yours, Nancy.
Beth, I have the neatest card for you. It is the card of treasure, and it's a dragon. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And this is what it says: know what your treasure. Know what you treasure. Change is natural. Holding on to what is impossible long term. Protect what is important to you. Set proper boundaries, and trouble may avoid you. Be strategic, think ahead, be brave. You can actually triumph if you try. And when I look at this card, the thing that pops out to me is to protect what is important to you. And holding on to what is impossible long term. Because Heather was talking about aging, the aging process, and I mean, I can speak to, I mean, I am pretty much in authority on this, because looking at my life, in the big scheme of things, I don't have very many years left. And when, of course, none of us are promised another day, you know, but and I love life, and my body loves being alive, but it can only go on for so long. And that's why we need to find our treasure and what's important to us and what we want to take with us, like I talked before. Now, I was really surprised when this next card came out for you, Beth, because of what you said about going to the cemetery and bringing home some dirt from the grave. And what came out for you is the season of the mud-caked hands. And it's a card of nurturing. And it says, "You have surely tended these fragile seed dreams of yours well, beloved." This is what grandmother is saying. "Tell me, are you ready to take some precious time out of your day to enjoy the fruits of your witch's labor? What desires once lingered in the distant ether, seemingly so far away, so out of reach, but now you hold them in your shaking, mud-caked hands? Let's begin to celebrate, my dear, for we cannot always be endlessly searching for what comes next. Look to one small part of your life for which you might feel grateful now, and let it bring a smile to that weary face of yours. It's a lie that we must stay on the run, ever questing and never resting. Enjoy this majestic garden that is your world, if only for these short and precious moments." And it talks about a morning ritual of getting up and taking inventory of everything that is precious to you, and mentally savoring what it is, and I think things like that are important. Like this morning, I was out on my front deck. My vitamin D is kind of low, so my daughter said, and it's chilly here now in the mountains of Western North Carolina. My daughter says, "Put on a tank top and some shorts and get out and let the sun hit your body. The rays of the sun hit your body, because it'll help you absorb the vitamin D pills that you're taking." So I'm out there about to freeze to death, but I am in the sunshine and I'm absorbing vitamin D. But I'm laughing about it, but it was a beautiful time. The sun was so warm, and that's when I got the idea about my fairy garden. And then when I went outside, I found this old rosemary bush that I had had for 20 years that was destroyed in the flood, and I brought it in and added it to my fairy garden. And so I still have it, even though it's not alive any longer. So maybe the fairies will enjoy it. But it's simple pleasures, and it's taking the time to enjoy them and embracing them. And I love what you did with that dirt. That to me, that is so inspirational. It's beautiful.
All righty. So Beth said, beautiful and so spot on. I plan to place the dirt in my herb garden, which is an area where I feel my grandmother's energy. She was an amazing gardener. Oh, Beth,
Mm.
I love that. And I think she said something else too. I want to share. Oh, I love that, Nancy. I was thinking about all those things today. These readings are very spot on. Well, we're glad that they resonate with you and that they help.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jack's offered K2, take that with vitamin D to better absorb that. And this is just recommendations, YouTube, for entertainment purposes only. We always recommend doctors and all that good stuff. So just throwing that out there because I shared that aloud on the live. But yeah, getting plenty of, ooh, look who's here. Hi, Garnet.
Garnet.
Oh, my darling Nancy. Oh, and of course, Heather blooming among the wild mountain thyme. Oh, I love it. I wish I could just reach out and just put my arms and give you a big hug, Garnet. You always make me feel so good when you put that in there. It's
He's
just
a very special gentleman. He is.
it just helps me. It makes me feel like I'm connecting with my relatives, my ancestors from over there. And Irene just joined us. Hello, Irene. So, wow. We're so happy to see. Now we're up to 13. So, yay! We got people coming in, and it's number 13 too. Woo, lucky number. My Shan was actually born on Friday the 13th, so very lucky. And Christina just joined us from Australia. Good day, my dear.
Hey.
And let's see. So we have Beth. No, we have Moira. Okay. So Moira, this is very interesting. You're talking about weaving with the fates. Guess what, goddess, you got? You got Aradne. And I was just like, are you kidding me? But no, you got a weaving goddess. I am a guiding thread through the labyrinth of life, illuminating the path to liberation. So, what most needs decluttering in my life at this time? How about grabbing that thread, that proverbial thread, and letting that guide you through your life, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your home, and see what you are drawn to let go of, to release, to make room for more? Or not to necessarily make room for more, but well, depending on what it is you're removing and wanting to bring in. If you want to declutter to get extra things out of the house, then it wouldn't be, of course, maybe material things, but allowing things, for, new people, new friendships, good emotions, positive thoughts, creative projects, whatever that may be. But I love how we got a Rodney just for, with your name being Moira. So let's look a little bit at Aradi, and she's known as the Weaver of Betrayals. And Moira says, I just walked a labyrinth this weekend.
Mm, how wonderful.
The cards don't lie, as people usually say. So, Aradni was the daughter, or Aradne, depending. I know there's probably several ways that people, pronounced her name. But she was the daughter of King Minos of Crete in Greek mythology. When Athens was required to send sacrifices to the Minotaur's labyrinth, a young prince named Theseus volunteered to be one of the tributes. Ariadne fell in love with Ariadne fell in love with Theseus and gave him a ball of thread that he could unravel as he entered the labyrinth, ensuring he could find his way back out and escape. However, as he sailed back to Athens, Theseus abandoned Ariadne on the island of Naxos, leaving her heartbroken and betrayed. Aww. Ariadne's story carries themes of love and betrayal, resonating with our own experiences of heartbreak and emotional turmoil, prompting us to explore the complex dynamics of relationships and abandonment. And I kind of see where this may be going, Moira. So I'm going to continue reading here. You may be dealing with feelings of betrayal or a sense of abandonment in your life. You may be facing a situation or relationship that's filled with intricacies, contradictions, and deep emotional currents. Delve into your own emotional labyrinth. Well, you walk the physical one, so I'm going to assume that on some level when we do walk the labyrinth, like Gerald and I were talking about that one day, while having walked a labyrinth, once you're in it, you don't realize the actual power and presence that's within that labyrinth that is pulled outside of us or awakens within us. And then when we get to that center, it's not about, oh, I'm just going to walk and get to the center, have fun, and walk out. But we do go through that profound change, or we go through feelings that bring us to, an awareness. Um, and it says here, unravel the threads of your feelings and see clarity. You have the strength and capacity to navigate through challenging situations and emerge stronger on the other side. So it says here, surrender to the unknown, open yourself to new possibilities. So there, again, perfect. And with the card, you got confidence from the Talisman Oracle. So have that sense of confidence. This card could be suggesting or urging you to have that sense of confidence, to bring that out of you, or you may already feel. I feel like you're already. This has been slowly, kind of, to a certain extent. This has been kind of building up for a while. Things that you're going through, because why? Top card is the World card. Things are coming full circle. Things going on in your life that you visually can see and acknowledge. There is a completion. Things are coming full circle. And with this thread, I think it's leading you through relationships, situations again, and what needs to be decluttered again. Following that thread, letting you know, letting that guide you to what needs to go, especially if it has to do with relationships, and things within ourselves, our own personal relationship. But with the World card, it shows, and the Confidence card, it shows these are things that you are aware of and that you're currently working on. The underlying energy is the Fool. And with the Fool here, this can go either two ways. This could be telling you not to be afraid, to take that, have that leap of faith, move forward, but also at the same time, or is this a time where I need to maybe hold back? But for me, I'm feeling like, because of the confidence of things moving full circle, that this Fool, and I'm just being guided to shuffle one more time. Three of Pentacles. It's a positive moving forward. I got the Three of Pentacles. So again, Moira, the fates, the three of them, the three sisters. There you go, the Three of Pentacles. Following that thread, weaving your story, especially after having walked that labyrinth. And so this is that collaborations. Could be you coming together with others, creating something. It could be you together with your spirit team creating something. With this positive card, not to be afraid, move forward, go with this creation, whatever it is you're working towards. That's it. It's a beautiful card to support security, stability, and creating something new on the physical. Um, yeah, whether it's art, whatever it is that you're doing, a new project or idea that you have in mind, knowing that everything's has gone full circle, that's in the past. Now you can let all of that go and start moving forward with the Fool and move into something beautiful and new with that Three of Pentacles. So that is what I have for you. Ooh, Garnet, I'm so sorry. Anyway, make sure to exterminate once he's gone. Fumigate the place. And let's see, Weezer. What? I look up and I see the band Weezer. Let me see. Um, so okay, she was okay. We got that comment. Um, there's Garnet. Good morning. Let's see. Garnet says, I'm still planting bulb violets. Oh, beautiful.
It's going to be so
And
gorgeous in the spring, isn't it? Yeah.
they will be, and I'm looking for to see. Okay, there's Beth with I just walked. Um, oh, don't even get me started. I had to take a whole scarf apart and redo it over today. Let's see. That's where Weezer came. I'm just looking to see if talking about Buddy Holly, Donald Trump. Okay, Moira, there you are. Makes sense. Thanks, Heather. You're welcome.
Bye, Beth.
Love all the conversations though in chat, and they're always fun, always fun and positive. So, okay, Nancy. Ah, Beth, you're on my brain now.
Moira, I got the neatest card for you. It's Nyx, and it's darkness. But isn't this beautiful? Look at the power in that card. I absolutely love this for you. It says the darkness is necessary. It is the place of possibility and rest. It is natural and beneficial to experience some cycles of darkness. You can illuminate your way through dark times. Not everything unpleasant is evil. And that's true. But she's holding the light. Look, she's holding the light. Um, the next card that I got for you out of the Sacred Hag's Oracle is Juniper Smoke, Maura. And the thing about this card, I Heather was talking about you. You were talking about ancestors, weren't you? Were you talking about ancestors? Okay, well, maybe not. Maybe you were talking about a labyrinth. That's where I got ancestors, because I had in my mind this ancient labyrinth, that our ancestors walked, all those thousands of years ago. And then this card of juniper smoke came out for you. And grandmother speaks. And this is about clearing. So much magic is there in a single moment spent in ceremonial cleansing. We take such small rituals for granted, but our ancestors understood the merit of marking the many rebirths of homes and holy spaces with a clearing, with a rejuvenating bath of herbal smoke. Gotta have a little sip here, excuse me.
Sip, sip, sip. Remember, hydration.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Virgo's telling us to this new moon.
The air element is a powerful ally, a bridge between the intensity of fire and the mystery of the ether. Do you remember being astonished by a brisk wind during childhood? The breathlessness you felt in the face of an unexpected gust? The juniper trees bowed down to it. The clouds danced in its honor, that wind. Do you remember? Some aches can be soothed by a smoke-scented wind that strikes the heart in just the right places and spaces.
Love that deck.
And I am thinking, Maura, that, I'm hearing like, I don't know if you do rituals. I think rituals are very, very important. And a lot of my day has rituals in them. But, if you could, like get a juniper branch, or even, some Palo Santo, or sage, and light it outside when it's a windy day, and just watch the smoke travel, and think of when I feel the wind blowing, I think of spirit and how it goes. And we can't see it, but we know it's there, we feel it. And I think that this would be very important and would add a new dimension. And that's what I'm getting for you. I love that.
Well,
next
Nancy,
card.
what is that deck that you're using with the trees, with the ferns and?
Oh, it's this one. It's the Sacred Hag's Oracle.
Oh, that's the Hague Oracle. Wow.
And it has Grandmother Speaks, and then it has a morning ritual, and it has a moonlight ritual for each card. And it's just a beautiful book. It's by Danielle Dusky, and Janine Hausman does the artwork, I believe. But it's just a wealth of information. Yeah.
And Irene says that looks like a good book.
Yeah, this is what, let me see, where did I put it? Oh goodness, here's what it looks like. I got it on Amazon, and it opens up, and the book and the cards fit in here. And it's I don't know if it has a list price on it. No. Oh, it says $39.95, but I did I didn't pay $39.95, I don't think. You could check on Amazon. Sometimes they have stuff pretty deeply clearanced,
Like
That's when
my
I try to
crochet
pick up
hooks.
stuff. Hmm.
Can't wait. Y'all, I'm getting new crochet hooks today, and they look like they're wood and they look like wands. I love them. I had to get them.
Mm.
And Moira says, great suggestion. I like rosemary for cleansing and could use a good energy cleanse at this time. Thanks,
Mhm.
Nancy.
Yeah.
And Christina says, it's a beautiful deck with the book. Yes. And Garnet says, my love is like a leaf blown on the freeway. Robert Plant, Led Zeppelin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is a Led Zeppelin household.
Yeah, they knew their stuff, that's for sure.
And they smoked it too.
Yeah.
They drank it, they smoked it. Oh,
Yeah.
talking about music, could you imagine where maybe Led Zeppelin could have gone if John Bonham hadn't, passed away, if
Yeah.
he had taken better care of himself with that drinking, what. But then
Mhm.
again, if he hadn't passed at that time, the other music, it's just, but for me, I'm always wondering what Led Zeppelin could have been, you know. But, it happened. I guess life goes that way.
I have a question for Janet Lee. Do you
Hmm.
when you burn your mugwort, do you have like a charcoal disc that you light up and then you drop the mugwort on it like that? I have a burner that you can put on your back, and you put the mugwort in it and light it, and it like is warm to your back, and the scent comes out. I was afraid to use it at first, but it it's safe.
I know Selena goes on about mugwort. She's got mugwort growing on her property. She absolutely loves it. So I need
Mm-hmm.
to, the Battle of Evermore. Whoop, why is this not letting me? No, come on. Oh, stupid. StreamYard. There we go. Sandy Denny. Yep. She had an amazing voice. So
Mm-hmm.
Irene wanted to know. So the reading topic is, what do we need to declutter? Yeah, because I thought today was the new moon, but apparently I read something wrong, or I transposed the dates, and it's supposed to be next Monday, which is interesting because we'll be having Maven celebration. So if that's true, we got a lot of powerful energy coming up.
We sure do. We sure do. I love this time of the year. Let's see. I just put a couple of patches on my neck. Salon
Ooh,
pause.
salon pause.
Okay.
The ultimate declutter, everything naked.
Yeah.
I know. Meow. You want to come in and say hi?
Yes.
Oh, oh my goodness. But Beth left. Oh, but Janet's here. Oh, I know. Come here. Oh my goodness. You took this whole time. Oh. Okay. No show is complete without the appearance of the Maz.
Yes.
There you go. You happy now?
He says, well, it took you long ugh.
Well,
I
he was
had to.
napping. Took you long enough to get up,
Yes.
huh? Mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All righty. So that was our last reading. Oop, you want to go sit up here? Don't catch my
Thank you,
Kashima.
Janet. I'm going to try that before I go to sleep. I think that would be lovely because I have got beaucoup of mugwort.
I brought one cauldron with me, and I need to get sand for it because, if I go to burn anything with charcoal, and it's not going to be, fire safe enough. But
Yeah.
looking forward to doing that. And all I need is the chair and this ashtray. Okay, gotcha. The lucky black cat. Yes, he is. Are you lucky to me? Except for like early in the morning when mommy's trying to sleep and daddy. Yep, Muzzy, come on, here, my. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Just in case Janet didn't see you, we're going to say hello and goodbye, and then we're going to ask Nancy what she's got coming up this week, if anything.
I have absolutely nothing coming up. I'm going to be, let's see, next Saturday, I'm going to be doing the HoloQuest, the autumn HoloQuest. Pam Batchelor and I are doing the HoloQuest from the Arthurian Tarot, and looking forward to that. Quite a commitment because it's a year long, but it is very enriching. It really is. Yeah.
It's like the dedication to become, to work with the deity. For when I was learning paganism and to become a witch, it was a year and a day. We had to work and, do, our studies, do our exercises. And then after a year and a day, you were there to, okay, do I commit myself? And if I do, to which pantheon, god or goddess? So yeah, it's that whole year, and for the witches tradition, Samhain is actually the witches' new year. So not necessarily, New Year's Eve, but for, witches and some pagans, the Samhain is the new year. So yes, he is a very pretty kitty. And Moira says, mugwort I have as an herb bundle. No charcoal required. Good for dreaming. Oh,
yeah. I want to
okay.
make me a dream pillow. That's I think probably my next crafty
Yeah, I had a dream last night and oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was done.
Oh, okay. I had a dream last night, and usually I don't remember words or anything when I wake up, but I heard the word Eloe. And I was like, ooh, what's Eloe? It sounds Celtic. And I go to Google it, and it's like Eloe is a product from India of aloe vera soap.
Ooh.
I'm dreaming about aloe vera soap. I'm like, wait a minute, that can't be right. So talk about dreams. I need to get some bugwort to help me understand.
Yeah,
Things
yeah.
better. And Christina, what Mozzie wants to say, don't forget that I'm part of the show too. Yes. And Moira, Janice says, oh, that's great, Moira. I may try that too. So Wednesday, if all is well, because sometimes Jackie gets very busy at work, but she should be good. We'll be back for our Queen of Cups. We're holding court Wednesday, and that will be our next court card we discuss is the Queen of Cups herself. And then I'm not sure if there will be a Friday show. I'm looking for a person to hang out with me Friday night. And even if I don't, I may still very well do my Friday show. It'll just be solo.
Sure.
So, and then probably in between now and then, I got that wonderful yarn tarot. So I may do a fun, pop up and do some stitch reading or something like that. Just something for fun. Aloe could be a thing to investigate. I was thinking about that too, Moira, but it just sounded so much like when I woke up, I'm like, that's not a character from Lord of the Rings, is it? And I looked it up, I'm like, no, that's Eowyn or Eowyn. I'm like, well, I don't know. Yeah. But I thought that was kind of cool because I never remember names or things, and that was clear as a bell. So, but hey, Carolina, how are you, my dear? We are just wrapping up. But yeah, we hope everybody has a good week ahead of them.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll see everybody in some chats or in some shows. So, thank you again, everybody. And again, comment if you can after the show. Make sure Nancy, subscribe and all that good stuff if you haven't already. And we will think of beer, not her. I don't know. And you're welcome, Julie. Thank you for letting us read for you. Thank you, everybody, for letting us read for you.
Yes.
And
it was an honor. Yes.
Yes, it was. And thank you, everybody. Like Maria said, thank you both. You're welcome. And everyone, have a great rest of your night.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.